Hello guys, how are you? I hope all is fine with the intro of my channel, which is all about ACCA concepts, problems and solutions. I'm just going to provide you another video which is regarding business valuations, and I've taken out a simple problem or understanding from the course book just for the explanation of some of the valuation methods that normally or the approaches that normally is being taught in the course book, and also being very important from the examination point of view. But the purpose here is to build an understanding which may help us to actually get an overall approach of building skillful management level that will obviously help us to actually attain certain goals. But right now, the example is Predator Company. The board of directors of Predator Company, a listed company, is considering making an offer to purchase Target Company, a private limited company in the same industry. If Target Company is purchased, it is proposed to continue operating the company as a going concern in the same line of business. Summarized details from the most recent set of financial statements for Predator and Target are shown below. This is the data for the financial statements, covering some of the information, financial information. And Predator Company 50 cents ordinary shares, Target Company 25 cents ordinary shares. This is also the 5-year information, the profit after tax, the dividend for the Predator and the Target Company. This is the information for the 5 years. So T5 is 5 years ago and T1 is the most recent year. Target shares are owned by a small number of private individuals. Its managing director, who receives an annual salary of $120,000, dominates the company. This is $400,000 more than the average salary received by MDs of similar companies. Okay, the MD would be replaced if Predator purchases Target. The freehold property has not been revalued for several years and is believed to have a market value of $800,000. The balance sheet of plant and equipment is thought to reflect its replacement cost fairly, but its value, if sold, is not likely to exceed $800,000. Approximately $55,000 of if inventory is obsolete and could be sold as scrap for $500,000. The OS of Predator are currently trading at 430 cents ex-dividend. A suitable cost of equity for Target has been estimated at 15%. Both companies are subject to corporation tax at 33%. So requirement is estimate the value of Target Company using the different methods of valuation and advise the board of Predator as to how much it should offer for Target shares. Okay, that is the requirement. So let's see how. So this is the ordinary shares of Predator are currently trading at 430 cents ex-div. So with the help of, obviously we are actually doing it right now. So let's see how we'll be able to complete this. Within this sheet, I believe, because obviously I don't want to have an extra sheet. But let's see. Answer the approaches to use for valuation are net asset valuation, DVM, and also the PE ratio valuation. Number one is net asset valuation. Okay, Target has been purchased as a going concern. As a going concern, so realizable values are irrelevant. So in talking about the data which we have in front of us, net assets per accounts $1,892,768 1124 adjustment to freehold property adjustment to inventory valuation or say 1.4 million. Net assets per account, from where we have actually taken net assets per account. This is 1892 1892 and you need to subtract what that is the medium-term bank loans. 1892 minus 768, so that will be the net asset per account. So adjustment to freehold property, we have the freehold property at 800 probably. Thus, the freehold property has not been revalued for several years and believed to have a market value of this. Okay, 800,000. This is the market value, and how are we going to actually? Yeah, this is the market value for the target 460. So adjustment. So this has been purchased, obviously we have to actually subtract this one. Okay, if that would be 800 minus 460. Adjustment to inventory, inventory is this one as per the balance sheet, and we have to say that of plant and equipment is this, and inventory is obsolete and could be sold for scrap for 5,000. So that is the value. You need to subtract it because that is the scrap value, and you have the valuation. Okay. We don't have to take the balance sheet values. Obviously, we are taking as a going concern, so that is why we are taking the market values and adjusting them according to the balance sheet values. So this is the net asset valuation method. First of all, by the net asset valuation method, target which has to be purchased as a going concern would be made at the value of 1.4 million. Okay. Now number 2 is the DVM. And this is about the dividend value method, and this is going to actually use it. Let's say you need to have the shares value as well for the dividend. So the average rate of growth in targets dividends over the last 4 years is 7.4% on a compound basis. Okay, so over the compound basis the rate is what, 1 plus g, and we need to know what This would be the 4-year plan, and that would be what? $85, 1 plus G. Is equal to 113.1. So therefore G is equal to 7.4%. That is the growth, first of all, the rate. Okay, so the estimated value of target target using the DVM is therefore valuation (15% minus 0.04%). That is according to what? This suitable cost of equity is 15%, and both companies are subject to the corporation tax of 33%. But the rate we have applied is what? This one, 15%, and the growth rate, which is this. And the market value is at the T1 is 113. That is the dividend value. Okay, we are actually estimating the value of the acquiry with the help of what? The dividend valuation method. That is the dividend valuation method needs to account for the growth rate as well, and we have taken the growth rate over the last 4 years, starting from 85. Okay, and for the last 4 years, that would be the end is 85. The last 4 years, you just need to calculate with the help of this 113, and just adding on this value data, you get the growth rate. And that growth rate needs to be put in the valuation formula, which is the requirement, or which is normally is how you're going to present it. This is the T1 valuation into 1.074, which is the dividend valuation method. You need to put it like I believe so. How come? 1.074. You just add on 1 plus 7.4%. Then it will be 15% minus 4%. Or sorry, it has to be 7.4%. This is how you're going to use that, and you can have the estimated valuation. Okay, and at the end, what will you get? We'll get about 1,598,282, or you can say it is 1.6 million valuation. And now 3 is what? PE ratio valuation. Okay, a suitable PE ratio for target will be based on the PE ratio of Predator, as both companies are in the same industry. Okay. Actually, this my writing and this stuff is quite a bit untidy, I believe so. But if there's a problem in reading out any of the data, please let me know. So the which is now as an PE ratio of the data. Let's see how we're going to PE of predator 70 into 4.30, 20.04 million, or that would be 430 divided by 28.63, 15.02. PE of predator. PE ratio valuation, net asset valuation, DVM, PE ratio valuation. The approach is to use valuation of what? Net asset valuation, and we have used what the dividend valuation method as well, by applying the growth rate and simultaneously calculating the valuation with the help of a formula, and we have the estimated valuation of what the target. So now we're going to use the price over earnings ratio, and that would be in front of you is 15.2. So that is a suitable PE ratio is therefore 15.02 into 0.80 multiplying by 0.80 results in the 20% reduction. Target PAT plus adjustment for the savings in the director's remuneration or salary after tax 183,000 plus 40,000 multiplied by 67%, that would be 209,800. So the estimated value is therefore which is equal to 2521796, say 2.5 million. So that is how you're going to say this is the estimated value, 2.5 million. Multiply results in 20% reduction. This needs to be done, which is say 2.5 million, and now what else can be done? We have calculated the values with the help of 3 different methods, and I believe so with the help of PE ratio valuation the value is certainly high. With the help of the earnings ratio, so what we have, we have calculated the values based on the data we have for the calculating of different sort of the valuation method. So what has to be done? I believe so, that is already been done. And that would help us to what? Calculate, and I hope so on the basis of this we have calculated 1.4 million on the basis of the net asset valuation method, and by the dividend method we have calculated 1.6 million, and the earnings based value has given us this one 2.5 million, so which is based obviously on the assumption that not only will the current earnings be maintained, but that they will be increased by the savings in the director's remuneration. So on the basis of these valuations, an offer around 2 million would appear to be more suitable. So however, a review should be done for all potential financial gains from the merger, and the directors should however be prepared to increase the offer to maximize the maximum price. So this is the way, I believe so you can actually have these sort of evaluations in front of you. The offer of around 200, because the valuation is 2.5, so the offer should be around 2 million to justify the valuation. That should be the answer of this question. So the PE ratio valuation method, by the help of which you have calculated target valuation, you can offer them around 2 million just to actually save as well, and also be on a just potentially suitable level so that you can actually acquire target, so or the data can acquire target. So what we are actually done or what we have done over here is just calculated the valuations. We have calculated different methods with the help of which we have calculated the valuation of a company, and obviously that may help us to actually calculate what is known as the estimated valuation, which may actually help us to offer the same amount to the acquiree, which is in this case is a target, and also the assumptions are in front of you, and which is normally that it has to be the earnings. The current earnings has to be maintained, and also there has to be an increase in the savings in the director's remuneration. That is why 2.5 is evaluation. Considering these two assumptions, we can say that we can offer 2 million for the target's company. So with the help of this example, I hope that I have delivered enough for the evaluation, and I hope that if you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section. I'll able to respond it as accordingly, and simultaneously, if there are any actually issues, you can email as well. You can approach me on WhatsApp. You can approach me on any platform as well, and also if you are interested, we can actually coordinate just on the Google as well. So that is the crux of this whole video, and that's done quite a bit. I believe it's taken along, but obviously if there's any other questions, you can openly ask. We will try to resolve it in a very friendly manner, in a group discussion manner, or we can also resolve any sort of the problems related to the examination point of view as well. For that reason, let me actually just say a goodbye over here with this video, and let us see you again with another interesting video. Till then, take care and have a nice day.